show up for our family, for foster youth, and for every child who deserves a chance to thrive. We are endlessly inspired by how you use your voices to lift others, how you lead with empathy, and how your compassion sparks action in everyone around you. It's the greatest honor that you chose to celebrate the Alliance for Children's Rights in Jordy's name. Thank you for helping keep his light shining in the hearts of so many. We love you so much.
It means that Harry and Meghan are still His Royal Highness and Her Royal Highness, but they won't be able to use those titles when it comes to striking commercial deals.
And we received a response from the law firm representing Buckingham Palace this morning while we were on the air, saying that the palace needed to, quote, consider exactly what is said in the interview in the context in which it appears, end quote, and asked that we supply them immediately with a copy of the entire interview, which we do not do that. We do not do that as a news organization as a matter of our policy.
When Meghan Markle chose to wear our Mexican huaraches, not only did we quickly sell out, but tons of tiny workshops all across Mexico that were making the same style quickly sold out too. So with a simple shoe choice, Meghan actually became an ally. Brother Vellies as a company was starting to become the ally of many. It wasn't just about launching a fashion brand. It was about setting out to actually be an ally and using my own individual privilege to create a pipeline of income for the descendants of those who had originally invented this shoe.
Morning friends, happy Saturday, how are you doing? And are you starting to believe that it's all a con? Prince Andrew gives up all his titles. No, media, you've got it wrong. Prince Andrew is agreeing not to use his titles. That's not the same as him relinquishing the titles, or what should have happened in this case, the King should have instructed Parliament to convene to strip Andrew of all his titles legally. Why isn't the King doing this? Because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want Andrew to go down in the history books as the prince that was stripped of his titles. No. This is not a punishment for Andrew. Let's be really clear about this, people. The King is being seen to do the right thing, but the King is not actually doing the right thing. This isn't a punishment for Andrew. He's not going to be banished from royal life. The media are already asking if we're going to see him at church at Christmas. This is a placebo. It's a distraction. We all know there's shocking things that are going to come out later, and that's caused the King to act. There's more bad news about Andrew on the way, and that's finally forced the King's hand into doing the minimum that he can do to be seen to be doing the right thing. It's all an absolute scam. Andrew's life won't change, and he won't do the one thing that he promised to do on the BBC interview, which would to be a witness for the prosecution so the victims of trafficking can finally get justice. It's an absolute sham. Comments are open as ever. Let me know what you think.
Just to clarify, Prince Andrew has not been stripped of his titles. He's only agreed to stop using most of them anyway. So he's still the Duke of York. He's just agreed to stop using that title. Nothing's been taken from him at all. The decision was taken in recognition of the fact, I'm told, by royal sources, that the prince's personal issues continue to be an unwelcome distraction from the work of the wider royal family. Read his associations with Epstein. Crucially, Prince Andrew is still Prince Andrew. He was the son of a monarch, so that title can't be taken away. He's still Prince Andrew. He won't be known as Duke of York. He won't use the title of Your Royal Highness. There are various other honours as well he won't be using anymore, but he does actually retain most of them. How did this come about? Well, was he pushed? Was he shoved? Was it voluntary? Well, all we know is that it was taken in consultation, this decision, with the King, and the King is glad of the outcome. We also know that Prince William was involved in those discussions and other members of the royal family. and also he won't be invited to Christmas. So.
You know, people who work in the entertainment industry are just people, and the people that we work with who are celebrities are also just people. So when someone makes a comment like this, the only thing that it tells me is that you view celebrities as being above yourself. That famous people are somehow untouchable and above and beyond all of us. You have to be special somehow to work with them. As much as I find comments like this really ignorant, it did actually give me a good opportunity to talk about Meghan Markle, which I would like to do. Because for me, celebrity is just an illusion, and if someone is a good person, I will rave about them. So I worked with Meghan on a Hallmark movie, and I think it was called The Dater's Handbook or something. They often change the names of them, so I don't know. She was a sweetheart. I thought she was wonderful. I thought she was gracious. I thought she was great to all of the crew. And it really hurts my heart when I see people saying really nasty things about her. This whole thing needs to stop. She doesn't have this big ego, and she's not out there prancing around like she's better than everyone else. She's just trying to do her thing and take part in things that interest her. And I think that all of us should do more of that.
2 women were found guilty of libel for spreading a disgusting transphobic lie about First Lady Brigitte Macron. They claimed she was born a man and is secretly her brother. And now they've been ordered to pay about $15,000 in fines and damages. The court made it clear that's not free speech, that's defamation. But the story doesn't stop there. The same conspiracy was pushed here in the US by none other than Candace Owens, who is now being sued by Brigitte and Emmanuel Macron in Delaware for defamation. The Macrons aren't playing. They said they're bringing forward scientific evidence, family records, everything they need to end this lie once and for all. And let's be honest, Candace Owens should be scared because this isn't about debate or politics anymore. It's about accountability. You can't smear someone's gender or identity for clicks and think there won't be any consequences. France already handed down convictions for it. Now America's about to see what happens when you mistake cruelty for didn't just host a dinner. She hosted a summit. A seat at the table in Los Angeles was more than a soiree. It was a recalibration of power. Women who lead, create, and redefine culture gathered in one room to do what men have done for decades: open doors for one another. At the center of it all, Emma Grebe, the visionary CEO behind Good American, founding partner of Skims, and the quiet architect behind inclusive luxury. She's a woman who doesn't wait for permission. She builds empires. And standing beside her, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, philanthropist, producer, and global advocate for women and mental health. Meghan's presence alone carries symbolism. She's the modern embodiment of grace meeting grit. A reminder that soft power can still shake the establishment. Then there's Bozoma St. John, marketing icon, former CMO of Netflix and Endeavor, a woman who walks into every room like she owns the air in it. Aurora James, founder of Brother Valise and the 15% Pledge, rewriting what ethical fashion looks like. Kelly Wearstler, design powerhouse, whose fingerprints are on some of the most luxurious interiors in the world. Maria Sharapova, athlete turned entrepreneur, proof that reinvention is the ultimate flex. Rachel Zoe, the original fashion whisperer turned business mogul. Nicole Avant, producer, philanthropist, and former U.S. ambassador who embodies diplomacy and dignity. Kristen Noel Crowley, founder of KNC Beauty, who made clean beauty sexy and powerful. Tina Chen Craig, creator of You Beauty, who turned skincare science into art. Lucy Guo, tech founder and investor, bringing Silicon Valley energy into female-led spaces. Yvonne Orji, actress, comedian, and author, reminding us that brilliance and humor are their own kind of power. Chriselle Lim, digital pioneer and founder of Fleur, who made influencer entrepreneurship aspirational. Stephanie Horton, e-commerce innovator and global marketing exec, for Google Shopping. Safat Haider, founder of Array, who turned holistic wellness into modern luxury. Roddy Devlukia, wellness leader and author, representing mindful living and self-mastery. Denisa Merricks, beauty artist and founder of her namesake brand, who built her company from the ground up and redefined creativity in cosmetics. Kristen Juszczyk, designer whose custom NFL looks turned stadium tunnels into fashion runways. Jasmine Hekmat, founder of Cult Gaia, the woman who gave us sculptural femininity. Elsa Hosk, top model and designer, whose quiet confidence speaks volumes. Every corner of that dinner table was excellence personified. Fashion, tech, wellness, sports, philanthropy. Every industry represented by a woman who commands it. And through it all, Emma Greed's message rang clear. For far too long, men have been making deals behind closed doors. But now, women are doing it in plain sight. And doing it beautifully. This wasn't a networking event. It was a movement. Soft power meeting strategy over candlelight. The wine was from As Ever. Every detail was intentional. Every woman radiant. Because when women collaborate, the conversation shifts from access to ownership. This wasn't about getting a seat. It was about building the table, pulling up more chairs, and passing the mic. And if this night proved anything, is that the future isn't only female, it's fearless. Emma, the Duchess of Sussex, has once again proven that every fashion choice she makes has meaning. At the Project Healthy Minds events and the Fortune Most Powerful Women Summit, she's been seen wearing jewelry from the Ukrainian brand Guzema, the same brand that created the superhuman bracelet for Prince Harry during his visit to the Ukraine. This isn't just coincidence. Reports suggest that Prince Harry brought these pieces back from Ukraine himself, and now Meghan is wearing them as a quiet yet powerful gesture of solidarity. From the mini sphere earrings to the trio ring, each piece represents connection, compassion, and purpose. What makes it so special is that Meghan doesn't need to make a grand statement. Her actions and choices speak for her. While others wear jewelry for status, she wears it for meaning. Guzema is a brand that embodies resilience and artistry. And by choosing it, Meghan shines a light on Ukraine, its creators, and its spirit of endurance. This is the Meghan effect in its purest form, turning elegance into empathy and fashion into a language of global support.
Woke originally came from black communities, simply meant being awake to injustice, particularly racial injustice. It meant having your eyes open to systems of oppression. It meant not being asleep while people suffer. And somehow the church, the institution that claims to follow a savior who came to, quote, proclaim freedom for the prisoners and recovery of sight for the blind, to set the oppressed free, according to Luke 4, has decided that being awake to injustice is a bad thing. Let me be crystal clear here. If woke means being awake to racism, poverty, injustice, and oppression, then every Christian should be woke, because a sleeping Christian is a useless Christian. Here's what gets me. The same people who say woke like it's a curse word will sing Amazing Grace without catching all of the irony of the song. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. That's woke. That's the whole point. You were blind to truth, and now your eyes are open. You were asleep to reality, and now you're awake. If you're a Christian and you're proudly not woke, you're proudly admitting you're asleep. And a sleeping church cannot serve a risen Savior.
Fuck that No Kings rally and fuck that Purple Revolution. That stuff ain't got nothing to do with black folks. Black folks do not have to fight for this goddamn country. This country don't ever fight for us. All right? But now because the majority population here in America is suffering and a lot of y'all are starving, and what this administration is doing to y'all, right? It's hurting y'all pockets. Now you want to talk about let's come together. For what? Why? You'll be all right, right? Y'all, some of y'all claim that y'all the superior race and y'all are well, hey, you got it. Go be superior. You know, because that's a y'all problem. Y'all figure it out. And then all this fear mongering that y'all keep saying, you know, oh, they coming for black folks next. When did they ever stop? Matter of fact, some of you people that was saying that, you know, they're coming for black folks next, you're the same ones that came for us. You're the same ones that talk bad about us online. You're the same one that generalize us and paint us to be, you know, bad and evil and violent and things like that. So why the heck should we care that you're starving now? And that this administration is hurting your pockets and your family is being affected and you damn near about to live on the streets. Should people care about that? No. Hey, whatever happens is going to happen. All right. Until then, I'm eating popcorn and drinking wine and watching this shit burn. All right.
I got a little something I want to share with you guys right quick. The ants hated the cockroaches with so much passion. They hated them so much that they voted for insecticide, thinking that they were impervious to it. Well, guess what? Everybody died, including the flies, and they didn't even bother to vote. Did you catch that? Don't let that go over your head.
So I've always wondered how Candace Owens gets away with saying the shit she says. And I might have just figured out how she is getting away with it. Now, before we dig in, this is all for entertainment purposes only. Gotta say that, but this is the reason why Candace gets away with everything she says. George Farmer, her husband. So here's what's just weird. So first off, they only knew each other for 18 days before he proposed. Strange. He also proposed via FaceTime. Very traditional. They were then married in 2019 in the Trump Winery. Oh, but there's more. If you didn't know, George Farmer, Candace's husband, actually is the one that created Parler. Yeah, remember that Republican conservative Parler platform? He also served briefly as the chairman for the British offshoot of Turning Point USA. It's like it was meant to be. Then I'm like, how rich is this guy? And where does he come from? Oh, none other than his father, Michael Farmer. The dude's a baron, a lord. The man founded the massive British trading metal and commodity company, along with being a founding partner of the Red Kite Group, a hedge fund specializing in metals. A lot of money in metals. As of 2022, now this is 3 years ago, he was worth around 160 million. Another interesting about Candace's father-in-law is he's a philanthropist and he's become a deputy chair of the Council of Christians and Jews. We all know her opinions on Israel. A little did I know, in 2024, Lord Farmer publicly distanced himself from his daughter-in-law, Candace Owens, over anti-Semitic comments. Little conflict of interest in the family. Don't they look so happy? So arranged. But I've got a feeling this is the reason why she can say the shit she says. Money, power, something's off here. Something is very off. It seems like an arrangement. An arrangement that really benefited Candace Owens. I always knew there was something more to her.
I'm in an undisclosed location, but from where I am, I can see people walking to this No Kings rally. And I'm trying to understand why some of them have on chicken suits. Can anybody tell me why the people are going to the No Kings rally in chicken suits? I have seen a yellow and I have seen a white. What's happening? They're all white. What are black people? Why did I catch that on the video?
But I don't know the single Democrat.
This is you continuing to filibuster on the ACA.
Democrat position is they would rather some...
Tell the truth. You won't open the government because you don't want to address health care costs.
This shutdown has been too long. And we have a young lady screaming here.
I'm your constituent.
Is that the Democrats are also doing this shutdown because they want free health care for illegal aliens.
That's not true. Tell me one piece of legislation that has it. Texas is the #1 uninsured state in the country, and you don't want to do anything to address health care.
Welcome her. I guess she's one of the first No Kings protesters.
I'm your constituent.
Screaming radicals, and that is who is.
I'm not a radical. I'm a suburban mom, and I'm your constituent.
It is because screaming radicals are setting the agenda for Senate Democrats.
I'm screaming because your office goes to voicemail. You don't answer the phones.
Protest me, but I'll tell you this.
My husband is a first responder. We should be able to afford our health care. This is about premiums. Cool. You can come see me tomorrow at No Kings protest because I will be there speaking in Dallas.
Okay, so she will be speaking in Dallas. I told you she was a No Kings protester. It is funded by George Soros. It is sponsored by others.
Let me know where to get my check. Let me know where to get my check.
By the way, if you're laughing at me, there are only 53 Republicans. That
Which means you have to negotiate.
At least 7 Democrats.
Which means you have to negotiate with 7 Democrats.
When Joe Biden was president,
we didn't have a shutdown.
When Joe Biden was president,
we didn't have a shutdown when Joe Biden was president because Democrats negotiated. Tell the truth. This is about health care.
The reason the government is shut down, and
Texans will see their premiums double, if not triple, and that's why the government is shut down.
I want to say something, and I want to add Billy Bush because I forgot this asshole existed, but apparently he has a new life here on TikTok. I want to talk about Black women and wealth because it has come abundantly clear to me that you all really love us better when we're poor. I'm going to use the Duchess of Sussex, for instance, because there is a crazy obsession with how much jewelry this woman wears. If somebody sees something new on her, they instantly go looking for what it is. And keep in mind, she gets gifted a lot of nice things for all of her charitable work, but she also has a very rich husband. The thing that pisses me off when the British media, as well as the American media, because they're playing these bullshit games too, they like to add Meghan's wedding ring to the guilt trip stuff all the time, and I don't understand why. Like, why do you all do that? Yes, we know her ring has a certain price to it, but when you guys say, oh, she's wearing $300,000 worth of jewelry, you start pointing to her wedding ring. Newsflash, she's not going to take her fucking wedding ring off. Whether she's at a charity, whether she is somewhere where people are less fortunate. That is a gift that her husband gave to her. She doesn't have to tone it down for no fucking body. And if you don't like Meghan and you still feel like she doesn't deserve nice things, this is Alison Hammond. Alison Hammond was told by a viewer that her watch, which was an $185 Michael Kors watch given to her by her mother, was too offensive, and it was tone deaf because I don't have nice things and I don't want to see your nice things. And what Alison should have said, but she never will because she seems like a very graceful woman, was kiss my ass, but instead she's like, I'm sorry this made you uncomfortable. Alison, girl, bye. Shouldn't have to make allowances for other people's comforts. We have nice things too. We have lots of shoes too. 7 pairs of shoes. Y'all was crashing out about that in Meghan's hotel. That's modest. That is modest. My homegirl travels with 20 shoes, and I can guarantee you out of all the 20 shoes she brings, she probably ends up wearing 3 because she's got 3 favorite pairs. And I'm like, what is this here for, girl? But anyway, I just want to say to Black women, you are allowed to be luxe, you are allowed to be rich, you are allowed to be posh, especially when you earn your own dough. You guys have a great one. Bye.
Hello, my people. Lady Rosie here. How y'all doing? All my new subscribers, you're welcome. And my returning subscribers, you all know I love you guys. So Prince Andrew got snatched off his title. Apparently, according to the news, where I've been reading lots of stuff out here, the Prince Andrew decided to remove that title by himself. Yep, so he decided to give up the title. So I believe him and his brother did talk about it, because you know the nonsense that this guy did do. You can't be hanging around some kind of child abusers, then tell yourself like you wanna be some public member and keep anything on you. You can't. And you know, I do not even believe like even removing that title has anything to do with his brother saying it. I believe it's just they just wanted to be on the news. They just want to tell y'all guys they are behaving to following the society norms. When you mess up with those kind of big allegations that this guy with his ex-wife were accused of, that you would so yeah, guys, I needed to focus a little bit. So remove it. He apparently he gave up the title by himself. It's not like his brother removed the title, but I'm telling you, because his brother was well involved in those things. You know, they were actually protecting this guy, because guess what? He was the heir to the throne. That Charlie Boy, I believe Charlie Boy and all of him and his brother, all of them were involved in this Epstein thing. All of them together. I'm telling you, all these elites. You know why this that dude was unalive? Y'all need to come on, yeah. We were not born yesterday, and y'all know how politics works out here, and y'all know how the elites work out here. Those people got lots of power. Those people actually sitting out here controlling people's lives. You know, they sat down, they paid all those finance, all those tabloids worldwide. Right now here, they are out here attacking our sister, Her Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex. It's being attacked by the entire machine of the aristocracy. Those people paid money. They paid those tabloids. Those tabloids are on payroll to destroy our sister. But guess what? This black blood we got in us, it's anointed by God. You're gonna try to do everything. You did everything. You brought all those slavery. You brought all this colonization. You brought all those, but still haven't broken us. We're still here. We're still out here thriving. And I'm telling you, you cannot succeed, because this one here is the original DNA, the toughest DNA on this planet, the first people's DNA. That's what I'm going to tell you about if you did not know where we came from. Okay? Yeah, you're gonna do everything. You're gonna pull all the stupid cards to try to destroy us, but it won't work. And guess what? We are out here dragging y'all guys through the thing, and when our kids gonna grow up, we're teaching them. Yeah, kids, listen, this is Auntie Rose talking to y'all guys here. Y'all need to stop picking out those cameras. If you 18, over 18, 19, 20, take your camera and call Auntie Rose. My number is down here on this channel, so I could help you open one of them channels for you, so you could also learn from your aunties and learn from your mothers and your daddies. These people, we cannot let them keep controlling the narratives. They did too wrong by us, and we let it go, and they just can't let us go, and they just feel so threatened when we are independent. So right now here, the UK media came to attack Her Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex about all those title stuff. I don't know which kids with the Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex was doing out there. She never done all those kind of stuff. For God's sake, she was a Hollywood star helping people in Rwanda, digging up water. You know, she ain't never done all those terrible stuff to humanity. She helped the humanity. She has a good name for herself. She did a whole lots of stuff before she married into that family. And Prince Harry saw that. That's why he signed up to marry this wonderful queen of mine, Her Royal Highness Duchess of Sussex. And y'all can't seem to see that. You want to sit down and compare her to these pedo people? I mean, seriously, y'all are out of your damn effing minds. And that's what I'm going to tell you. And guys, let me just shut my mouth. And did y'all guys see that video that they showed of Prince Bully with the woman that he spoke again about, the woman's husband's SI? Yeah, so a few years back, Prince Bully spoke with the same woman, and there were no emotions. There were no emotions in that video. And all of a sudden this year, because he want to be more relevant, he just brought that empathy. He brought some size of shoe that does not even fit him. He tried to put that empathy shoe on him. It did not even look good on him. It looked as fake as he could get. And guess what? The UK people got so mad. They came and sat down here and dragged Prince Bully for his fake emotion that he displayed in that video. These people are horrible. These people are terrible. But anyway, whatever happened to that Prince Pedo, whatever title they removed, that title does not define that dude. That dude's mother was the Queen of England, and that dude was born a prince, and that dude gonna die a prince. You know, that dukedom, whatever nonsense, does not really have lots of stuff to do with that dude. And nobody really called him the Duke of York. Most of the time, everybody calls him a prince. The one he was. You know, nobody called him the Duke of York. I don't even know if I remember that, but I remember people, some people do actually call his wife the Duchess of York. That's what I hear most of the time, but I don't even see them kids carrying the York name, which is by their constitution, their last name. Those Beatrice and Eugenie, I never heard nobody call them York. Or somebody, when they want to talk about their family, sometimes they do try to put all of them together in the same box, but it's not anything common that somebody really cares about that title. And he is still in Prince, and he's gonna die a prince, and he is a Prince Peter, and he ain't gonna change nothing to me. So guys, I love you. I'm gonna talk to y'all guys again tomorrow. Please subscribe to my channel and also all the success friendly channels. I'm requesting all of y'all guys to go to my brother, the Notorious JTB, on here on what do you call it, on YouTube, and also go to the Notorious JTB on what do you call it, on TikTok, and follow the brother. Let's bless the brother and get all those big numbers there, okay? And also do not forget to go to my king, His Royal Highness Baron Success. That's the Royal Success. Go subscribe to his channel as well. And also my queen, Weezy Isabella Banks. That's Weezy Success. Y'all need to go subscribe to her Royal Highness Weezy Success's channel over there too. I'm gonna talk to y'all guys again tomorrow. Bye for now.